Hi Aquarius, welcome to your Oracle of Love for singles. This is an in-depth reading to see who's coming in, what kind of person is coming in for the Aquarians. Okay, we have the Queen of Cups. This is a strong water sign that could potentially be coming in, a Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. This is someone who's emotionally available. So this is someone who is wanting commitment. This is someone who prides themselves on how well they're able to connect with people in relationships. The Queen of Cups is this beautiful energy that this person is coming in with. This is the Holy Grail for a lot of you. This is someone you could definitely fall in love with. This person could be already around you now. There could be already a connection between the two of you, because we do have emotion with these cards here. This could indicate this person might already be a friend or someone you hold in high regard, someone that you have a lot of respect for. It could even be a dear friend, and then eventually it turns into something much more romantic. But I do think there's a very beautiful connection coming in with the Queen of Cups from this person. Strong potential to have a happily ever after. This is someone who is wanting commitment. This is someone that is, available. This is someone who's emotionally available and wanting to give you that commitment that you're searching for with the Queen of Cups. They could we see her holding this golden adorned chalice. So this person, okay, you've had the Ten of Cups flip over. This person could work with antiques or like antiques. Maybe they're fascinated by a certain period of history where these golden chalices were made. Maybe it's the medieval age or so, or they might like to collect a certain, a certain thing here, whether it's these golden chalices or antiques or something like this with the Queen of Cups as well, possibly. Moving on to the Ten of Cups, this is a person who comes from a very, very good family. They're quite family oriented, which is nice. They're wanting a family in the future. There's children around them, so this could be nieces, nephews, their own children maybe, or they're wanting children. They're quite maternal or paternal. They're definitely someone that would be a beautiful or would make a beautiful parent. They just have that sort of natural ability, that very nurturing side to them with the Ten of Cups. As I said, they come from a really, really good family here. They're quite optimistic. It's possible that you could even meet them or know them somehow through your family, through neighborhood friends. It could even be someone, say for example, if you are a parent and you already have children yourself, you could meet this person through some sort of school or child education event where you're introduced to this person. So you may already know of them, know their name, know their face, but you'll get to know them on a much more deeper level here with the Ten of Cups. Really, really positive. I think this is someone who is quite optimistic and quite outgoing, much like yourself, Aquarius. But I feel this person will really bring you a rainbow, and it's almost like you'll be thanking the universe for this person, how they've come in and how they've changed your life. They're definitely wanting to offer you commitment, so they're after a relationship with the Ten of Cups. Again, strong water energy, Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio with the Cups, or someone who is quite in tune with their emotions. Okay, Eight of Swords. This person might have an anxious tendency. This person might be fearful of getting hurt. I feel like there's a blindfold on with the Eight of Swords. This person might have had opportunities in the past, maybe to settle down, but they've been blinded to the opportunity. Or there's something about an unveiling coming up with the Eight of Swords. We can see this with this person here. We can see that they've got a blindfold on and they're not seeing something. Something has to be unveiled or uncovered. So it's almost like you'll see them in a new light. So there's a strong inclination here that you already know this person, or they're familiar in the neighborhood or the community. And it's almost like this blindfold will be lifted for them and for you. This is air energy, so you are air, Aquarius. So this could be you, but it's almost like something will change and you might see them in a different light. It's all about taking that blindfold off. So it's almost like someone is going to maybe reveal, this person might reveal themselves to you pretty soon. Again, it could be like this anxiousness or anxious tendencies. It could even be like we see these are the swords lined up here. So maybe you've had a lot of options around you, Aquarius. Maybe there'll be this unveiling and you'll see this person. You'll see them for who they could be, for the relationship they could potentially offer you. Okay, Ten of Pentacles. This is really nice. This is quite a card of family reconciliation as well with the Ten of Pentacles. I feel like they do come from a large family. They have a lot of family events they attend. And again, this sort of connection, this might be how you meet. Again, through family, possibly through the workplace, because the Pentacles can represent career, money, finances, and assets. But I see children around here as well in these cards. Look, you can see children and dogs. It's sort of like a family feel. Possibly meet through family, through the neighborhood communities, hobbies, volunteer work, at a park maybe. But it's somewhere where there's lots of families around. It could even be an educational institution, a university, a college, a school as well. This could be sort of how you meet. And for those that don't have children and don't partake in these sort of things, I feel this meeting could happen through a family friend, someone you know quite close, maybe from childhood as well. So there could be an introduction here happening. But the Ten of Pentacles can indicate that this person might have a family business or might work for a company or a corporation that is run by a family or has been passed down generation through generation within that family. There is a lot of wealth. I feel like they come from a very wealthy family potentially. A family that has assets. This person could have a lot of investment properties as well. They're quite good with money, I feel, and it's almost like they've got preparation for the future some way. I think they're quite responsible with the Ten of Pentacles, and they're definitely social. So I think you'll very much enjoy this aspect of them, but they're very responsible at the same time. It's almost like they're a complete package to you. So this is exciting. I like what the cards are telling us. This is earth energy though, Taurus, Capricorn or Virgo that's coming in with this sort of energy here. So they might have that energy, those elements in their chart. So this is grounded, stable energy with the Ten of Pentacles. This is someone who is, I feel as though their parents might have been together quite a long time and they're wanting this sort of same commitment. They want this sort of long-term, really special bond that their parents or their aunt or uncle has, and they're trying to emulate that sort of connection, that sort of marriage and love. So I see them coming from a good family. They could work with finances as well. Finance or with children possibly, or again maybe with antiques. So they could be an account manager. They might it could be in real estate as well. They might sort of manage. It's something to do with finances, but it somehow ties in with families. So home loans maybe, accounting. Okay, the Tower card. I feel like they're coming in really strong, and when you meet them, it's going to be like everything will just change for you with the Tower card. It does talk about destruction though. So it could be one of you, maybe you Aquarius, maybe them, one of you might somehow contribute to the destruction or to this sort of sudden jolt or to this sudden shakeup that might happen between the two of you. Now, I'm not sure if this could be because of anxiety of previous issues, maybe jealousy issues, maybe someone else is coming in. I don't think so. I don't think there's an ex. I don't see anybody else in the picture here. But I almost feel like this could potentially be self-sabotaging behavior with the Tower card. It's either one of two things. You take them for granted and you see that they're so available to you that you feel maybe you're not as invested because of this, you know, and that's sort of the human condition. Or it could be that the fact that your bond to them is so strong with the Queen of Cups here, and you do see potentially a happily ever after in a future with this person, with the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles, that you somehow try to sabotage either through jealous behavior, either putting a label to something too quickly. So it's almost like a caution for you, Aquarius, with the Tower card here. Again, there could be major things happening around them, around this person at the time you meet. There could be sudden shakeups around this person with work, with finances, with friendships, with partnerships as well. So there's just this sort of Tower moment that could be looming between the two of you. But again, we do see this lightning bolt, and we see that two people are falling. So it could be analogous to falling for each other, falling in love. And we see this sudden bolt of lightning and we think, wow, okay, maybe things are happening really, really quickly. And it's just really sudden, and next thing you know, you're both falling head over heels for each other. So we can look at it in that light too, Aquarius, because you do have very positive cards elsewhere. Let's put out some more cards about this person. Okay, we have the Empress. Really, really influential person coming in here. They could hold quite a senior position at work. They could be quite successful, very, very attractive. You'll definitely see that they're very established. They have a lot going for them, Aquarius, and this is definitely going to attract you. They're quite attractive, they're articulate, they're established, they have goals, they have aspirations, they make things happen. It's almost like there's a magic or there's a certain aura about them, because we see this Empress here. And she has what looks like the sun radiating around her. So you'll see them, you could potentially see them as a saint, see someone that's quite godly and family oriented and very, very good for you. But it's almost like there's a certain aura, like they're glowing somehow. And you'll just be really attracted to this energy they have around them, which is, I think, for the most part, really, really inviting and really warm energy. I think they're quite friendly, they're quite warm. We do see this Empress and she's topless here, so there's a strong sexual energy to them. They're very sexually attractive. They could have a very high sex drive as well. And with the Empress, I feel like I think they're going to be quite important for you in one aspect. So if they're not important for you already, Aquarius, say for example, you know them and they're a dear friend, then I think they're coming, the way they'll come in, they'll really change things for you. Again, we see this sudden lightning jolt. We see this aura, this sun radiating around them. I feel you'll be really encaptured by this person. And you'll just be drawn to it. And it's almost like you'll be asking yourself, how did I not see this before? Or what is this person doing to me? Why do I feel so magnetically, karmically drawn to this person? And there's potential, as I said, with the Queen of Cups, for a very beautiful union for the two of you to come together. The Chariot, this is a strong Cancer that's come in. Very strong energy here. This is all about drive and acceleration and movement. There's a lot of progress that will happen with this person. We see the black and white sphinxes here, or they look brown and white here, but there's a beautiful balance of yin and yang energy. You will complement each other in a really beautiful way. This relationship, there's a lot of progress. There isn't much stagnancy. Things will flow. It's almost like a whirlwind romance, Aquarius. So this is really exciting. Again, this does speak about success. This person could be quite successful. You know, we have a lot of beautiful, we have the Queen here, we have the Empress, we have the Chariot, we have a lot of beautiful energy that's coming in, that's very, this strong force that's coming in with this person. Something to do with mobility possibly as well. They could work in the automotive industry, or they might be on the road a lot maybe. But if not around the time you meet them, then later in life, I feel like they'll hold a very senior position within a company, or potentially have their own success through through a creative idea of their own with the Chariot here. But this is a strong Cancer that's coming in so far, further supported by the rest of the cups as well. I do see the Empress as a traditionally in the Rider-Waite deck, I do see the Empress as a earth sign, but in this particular deck, I see her as an Aries. So there could be a Cancer, male, female, or an Aries. Could be Leo or Sagittarius as well. I'm thinking Aries most prominently because the sun is quite large around her. So an Aries or a Cancer male that's coming in, and coming in a really, really big way. Okay, the World card, they're quite worldly, quite well-traveled. You could potentially meet on travels, or they have family elsewhere in the world. So they could have heritage links, or they could have family bases, you know, different nationalities, or somehow have family living all over the world. They're quite worldly though. We see someone playing a harp here, so it's almost like maybe they could be quite musical, quite creative in that sense. Maybe they have goals to travel the world, or maybe they want to open up a family business or help run a family business somewhere with the World card. Again, they're here to open up new doors for you. You're going to create a new world. Again, world, this connection that anything is possible. It's cyclical, it's eternity. There's possibility to spend potentially the rest of your life with this person. Travel with them, see the world. Okay, the Magician, a strong new beginning coming in with this person. The Magician is often seen in this deck as inundating the River Nile annually. So it's almost like fertility could come about. So possible unplanned pregnancies with the Tower card here, yes. Or a pregnancy that solidifies your relationship as well, makes it more permanent, makes it more stable, and there's security with this person. They do want children though, so I don't see them necessarily turning around and saying they don't want the pregnancy with the Magician card here, but a beautiful new beginning that's coming in. Again, this is someone that's really going to make an impact on your life for one reason or another. Strong Aries, potentially with the Magician. But we do have green here. So in this deck, it could be someone that is earth energy, green like the earth. This person could have their own business as well, or could be starting to implement their creative plans into a business or pitch an idea or so. Star card. This is definitely fate that's coming in. This is, you know, it's your energy. You rule the stars in Aquarius, but it's also them coming in a really, really big way. It could be a fellow Aquarius that's coming in as well for you, but this person is fated to be in your path, fated to be in your stars. It could be just, I feel like there's a really strong connection, like this person is placed in your path for a reason. They're going to heal you with the Queen of Cups. They're healing you with the Star card. They're offering you a lot of emotion. There's abundance coming in, and it's almost like magic. Things will fall together so effortlessly, and it will just flow, and you'll just feel really secure with this person. With the Star card, this is a strong attraction. There's vulnerability, but it's almost like you'll expose yourself completely, and there's nothing that will be hidden because you'll want to share your life with this person. You'll want them to very much be a part of your life journey, and vice versa. So this is a beautiful connection that's coming in. Again, this could be someone that works in production, someone that's famous, or someone that's in a very well-respected, high-revered job or industry. And it's almost like you know this person's face. You've seen them before. Maybe you've crossed paths with them earlier in life. Maybe you see them at your local park. Maybe you see them dropping the kids off to school. So there's some sort of notion that you've had your eye on them for a while. Or if this is not you, then they've come across you before. They've seen you, Aquarius. They've had their eye on you for quite some time. And then a few more cards having a look at how your relationship will be with this person that's coming in. Okay, Ace of Cups. Okay, this there was a lot of commitment and stability from this past relationship. I wouldn't be surprised if this person has already been married or was previously engaged to their ex-partner. There's a very strong spiritual connection to this person that they had. And it was quite emotionally fueled. So this person might have been in love. They'll open up to you and say, look, I was in love with my ex. We had plans for a future. We had plans to really be together, to really go the distance. Because Ace of Cups, we see this chalice, we see the dove, the Eucharist. It's got a very strong religious connotation. So this could be indicative that they were seriously thinking about marriage, might have gotten married and then gotten divorced. But there was a very strong love there between this person and their ex. So it's not that this person isn't capable of loving. They are. We can clearly see with the Ace of Cups that they are capable of loving. They are capable of having commitment, and they are capable of offering you a future, a solid future. Okay, the Justice card. The Justice card can speak of karmic connections. It could be a Libra that they were previously with, because we do see the King of Swords as well. So it might have been a Libra they were previously with the Justice card, but it indicates that someone put down a final verdict. I think that's how the relationship ended. Look, it could have even have been mutual, because the card is accompanied by the King of Swords, which is this major important conversation that needed to happen between the two of them. Maybe there was lack of communication, or maybe there was a lot of honest and upfront communication, that this relationship was just not working. And the Justice card does denote fairness. It does talk about fairness. So maybe there was inequality in this relationship. Maybe the ex of this person wasn't able to commit as much as this one that's coming in for you. And the Justice card can speak about universal karmic energy. So it's almost like the universe said, okay, look, I've put the two of you together. You learned what you had to learn, and you went your separate ways. It could even be that contracts or work got in the way of this relationship. But I think for the most part, it was a mutual agreement, because there is a lot of care. There was a lot of care with the Ace of Cups from this person towards their ex, and vice versa. I just think they weren't ready for this. Maybe one or both of them weren't as invested as they thought they were. And just because you care about someone, it doesn't mean that you can love them for the rest of your life. It doesn't mean that you can enter into a marriage. It doesn't mean that you can provide everything that you want for them. So I think this person was undergoing a lot of these emotions, especially with the Justice card. Again, this is all about equality. So maybe there was inequality somewhere. Maybe one felt different about the other. But with the King of Swords, with the King of Swords is all about communication. I feel like that they're not struggling with communication at all, this person that's coming in for you, Aquarius. I think they're quite honest and open and upfront. They could even be blunt in some aspects, but I feel there's nothing to hide with this person. There isn't secrecy. However, I feel like they're really wanting equality from you. I don't think that's what they got in their previous relationship. We see the Justice card here. We see that it wasn't fair. Either fairness in the aspect of this person was doing a lot more for their ex. This person was carrying the relationship more. This person would make the plans. This person would try to find out what was wrong, if there was anything wrong. The King of Swords is here, so they take that initiative. They're quite proactive. So I think they lacked a lot of equality in their relationship, and this is certainly what they're looking for. They are looking for marriage. With the Ace of Cups, they are wanting, whether they believe in marriage or not, they are wanting a long-lasting, long-term union, and they won't hesitate to communicate this to you with the King of Swords. They're not they're not shy, they're not they're open, they're putting their heart on their sleeve, so to speak. Again, work could have gotten in the way as well, or other people maybe. The King of Swords, there could have been a lot of other people in this person's ear. People disagreeing, friends, family members that disagreed with the relationship, and they were communicating this, and this perhaps made this person see how unfair or how imbalanced this relationship was. Okay, the Two of Cups. I think that they're coming from a relationship that was quite long. So it was quite a long-term relationship here. They might have been together for a lot of years. They might have even grown up from since teenagers together. They did have a very strong commitment, and they were almost like promised to wed, or someone received a promise ring. Someone received a token of their relationship. They may have even lived together with the Justice card, which can speak of contracts and unions coming in here. So it's either they were married, they lived together, they're coming from a very, it was a stable relationship, which shows this person is capable of commitment, is capable of offering you the same thing. But with the Two of Cups here, obviously something went wrong. Obviously there was imbalance, I think. But they are wanting love. They are wanting a union. They do want something sooner rather than later. Okay, third party situation potentially coming in. They could have been cheated on. They might have done the cheating, or someone did the cheating. With the Three of Swords. It could have been a friend or a colleague or someone that they know had communicated to them that they perhaps saw this person's ex with someone else and said, hey, look, I want to pull you aside. I've seen something that I think you'll want to know. They've opened up, they've told this person, or they've found out on their own that this person had either met with someone else, but there's a third party situation, there's heartache, there's conflict. I think this person, I don't think they did the cheating. I think someone did the cheating. Someone cheated on them. And there's heartache, there's pain, but they're quite mature, they're quite composed. So I think they've composed themselves and they're aware of what happened. And they understand that it wasn't meant to be. They understand that it wasn't their time for this relationship. So I think they're quite mature, they're quite reconciled with this relationship, but they don't want any cause for concern with the Three of Swords. So they don't want anything that's going to alarm them. They don't want anything that's going to make them jealous or anything that's going to alarm them, because they carry pain, they carry hurt, they carry deceit. For some of you as well, it could be that this is all happening as you meet this person. I don't think they're capable of cheating, but I think if they're already in an existing relationship and you start showing interest in them, this is going to confuse them with the Three of Swords. So one of these swords could be you, Aquarius, that's coming in. And this person might have a very beautiful relationship already, but once you come in, this changes a lot of things, and suddenly they're presented with options, and suddenly this relationship that they're currently in isn't looking as good. But you eventually will come together, your paths will cross, and you will come into a union with this person. You will provide them that which they need. Let's have a look at how your relationship will be. On the left-hand side, I want to do how you'll feel about this person in this relationship, what they'll be offering you. Okay, the Moon. Now, the Moon card can be anxiety, it can be creativity, it can also be a certain magnetism or an intuition with this person. So I feel like this person coming in arouses different feelings in you, because the Moon doesn't come out too often. And when it does, it's symbolic that there's something very mysterious and peculiar. So I think they're going to keep your interest for quite a long time with the Moon card here. And the Moon is all about emotion. So I think you'll be very emotionally connected to this person. You could even fall in love. It might happen really, really quickly. with the Moon card, but it's you having a very strong pull, a magnetic pull or attraction to this person. It's animalistic. We see these animals here, you know, we see what looks like jackals or a dog and a scorpion. So it's animalistic, it's basic instinct. So you might be quite jealous over this person. You might find yourself being really, wow, why do I feel so strongly about this person? What's happened to me that I feel, what has this person done to me, so to speak? So I think for the most part, I think there could be a bit of concern with this person whilst you're in your relationship together. And it could be that suddenly you, all these possessive emotions are aroused in you, Aquarius, with the Moon card. Again, strong Cancer that's coming in, Cancer, Pisces or Scorpio. And we do see a Scorpion here, so it could very well be a Scorpio that you're in a relationship with. But the Scorpio is someone who can be, this energy about the Scorpio is someone who can be quite possessive and even obsessive. So you might find yourself being more obsessive towards this person, Aquarius, than you previously have been. Okay, Judgment. You feel it's a karmic connection with this person. You know that they're a good judge of character, and you're a good judge of character towards them with the Judgment card. And we see this the jackal-headed Anubis taking this person for judgment. So it's almost like there's big things that's going to happen in this relationship between you and this person. You might feel judged on certain occasions by this person. Again, it comes down to this sort of this saintly person, this godly person. This is how you might see them. So you might feel a little bit judged with this person, and maybe it's because they haven't had as much trials and tribulations as you have, Aquarius. Maybe it's because they don't have as much experience with relationships, because we spoke about this union. Maybe it's something that had been, their previous relationship had been going on for so long. But with the Judgment card, it's also indicative of a karmic connection. We see karma here with the Justice card and the Judgment card. So you feel like you're being brought together. It's almost like there's alignment here with the Judgment card as well. And I think this person is coming in to help you in some way, or you'll feel like they're here to help you, that they're here to guide you. We see the jackal-headed Anubis guiding this person. So we feel like I feel there's guidance coming from this person, but in a good way, not in bad judgment and defamatory or critical judgment. I think it's really, really positive for the most part. Okay, you have the Nine of Chalices. The Nine of Chalices is a beautiful card of life, of bliss, of happiness, fulfillment, positive energy. There's possibility to have a child with this person. We see the Ankh, which is the sign of life, which is a sign of the soul or new life potentially. So there's a life force that's coming in with this person. This person might potentially change your life, Aquarius. Really, really beautiful relationship that's coming in. I think you'll feel very strongly. The chalices are all about emotion, and we see the moon. It's animalistic. I think you'll feel really, really attracted to this person, really, really linked to this person. I potentially see you falling in love and feeling really fulfilled, feeling like you've hit the jackpot, feeling like this is your happily ever after. So I think in terms of how you'll feel about this person, really, really strongly. It's almost like you feel you're fated to be together. You feel like you've been drawn together for a reason. You feel you have purpose with this person. This is a beautiful, lasting, solid foundation here. It's almost like a wish come true, a dream come true, to have this person in your life. But they're here. They want you. They want commitment. It could be with the moon card as well. You might hold a few secrets from them as well. The moon can be indicative of secrets and things being held in the dark, things not being illuminated. And this, as I said, can refer back to this saintly or this godly behavior that they may display. Or you don't think they need to know something about you because it might not resonate with them. And they might not feel completely happy to hear it. So in turn, you might hold secrets from this person. Okay, Knight of Pentacles. This is how they're feeling about you. a really, really strong stability here. They're seeing a lot of stability in you. The Knight of Pentacles is about an offer. It can be about a service, it can be something that rules the physical. So I feel like they're wanting to offer you stability, or buy you a home, buy you an asset, buy you a gift, or get you something that symbolizes your relationship. It could be a promise ring, it could be buying a house, it could be putting a deposit on a house, it could be some sort of long-term future investment for this relationship, but they're seeing things in a very, very physical form here. And again, this speaks about things happening so effortlessly, that this stability just continues to grow and grow and grow, and they continue to see you as someone they could potentially spend the rest of their life with. So they feel you are available to them, which I like. This is something they'll need reassurance on, and I definitely see that they'll get it with the Knight of Pentacles. So they do want you around, very much so. Okay, the Five of Chalices. This is natural order, protection, guidance, guardianship. It's the Eye of Horus. This is a beautiful card, the Five of Chalices. This person has very, very, very strong feelings for you and thinks and I think there will be, but it's almost like they see their future in your eyes. They feel nurtured by you with the Five of Chalices. They feel that when they're with you, everything is in order. They feel safe. They feel secure. Don't give them reason to be concerned, Aquarius, because this person is potentially someone that is really, really good for you, and I would hate to think you'd give them cause for concern, or there's secretive behavior potentially happening with you towards them. This is a really honest person. They have a lot of integrity. They have a lot of honesty, and remember, they're really big on equality. But they do see natural order with you, with the Five of Chalices. Protection, guardianship. This is a very beautiful union, a very beautiful relationship coming together here, where they think, you're coming up as the Nine of Chalices, they're coming up as the Five. There's a lot of beautiful emotion for the two of you. Wow, the Three of Pentacles. This is a beautiful card of glory, pride, happiness, celebrity, advantage, accolades. It's almost like they like putting you on show. They like introducing you to people. They like what you represent. We see that this is the glory of the sky god Horus, and he's open. It's almost like this person will spoil you. This could be in the form of gifts, compliments. They like to show you off. They're very proud to have you by their side. So not as much as like a trophy wife or a trophy husband or a trophy partner. It's almost like they're very proud. They're very, they want to shout it out from the rooftops. And they could be really big on public displays of affection because the pentacles rule the physical. And they could be very big on this because they're very happy to have you. They feel like they're karmically linked. And this relationship is karmic. Look at the Justice card that sits in between the two. This card is what brings the two of you together. So it's the universe, it's justice, it's the karmic energies, the karmic laws of the universe that are bringing the two of you together, Aquarius. And I think this person will be very, very happy to have you and will want to shower you with gifts. They'll want you to know how important you are to them. And I think this is going to appeal to you in a really, really big way. So really beautiful relationship that you have coming in that works very, very, very well together, very much built on equality as well. So Aquarius, you have a potentially wonderful thing that's coming up here. So I do wish you all the best. I hope this has been insightful.